Hey yo guys, what's good, what's happening, and what's going on, and welcome to yet another commenting on comments. Commenting on comments, my hands are falling off the green screen, look at me. So on this video guys, basically I take comments from the videos of the past and I comment on them in video, in case this is your first time here. If you've been here before, you know the format, been doing it for a long time, recently restarted. Anyway guys, let's get on to the first comment of the day by Dan McNeil 2941, and they say, maybe they meant steel black pipe, they used it for my propane furnace. Well, I can't remember who mentioned it. This is off of the tarp shed video where I put PVC pipe. I don't know what the hell kind of pipe I used. Anyway, I used pipe in the bottom, a 10-foot piece of pipe, to basically make the door more rigid so it doesn't flop around in the wind and flex and then causes it to unzip prematurely, and then snow gets in there and it's annoying. There was a mention from somebody prior on a video when I 3D printed the adapter to take two 4-foot pieces of dowel and make it an 8-foot piece. They suggested I use a piece of black pipe for it's gas pipe. So this is probably the same thing that they're talking about, the steel black pipe. So yeah, more than likely, same. Plunge Buster 420 Days 9 says, nice vid, bud. I bought the same RAM on Black Friday, 40 quid. This guy's obviously from the UK. Was well happy. Defo need an SSD upgrade. So what they're referring to is my Acer Loser Nitro Suckface, the gaming PC, the Acer Nitro 50. When I did that RAM and SSD upgrade, I do have a plan for the future where I'm going to show you how to replace the stock 500 watt power supply, which is more than enough for that configuration. But if you want to do something, why is that flickering? Lights just flickering away. It's going to make green screening hard. I want to show you how to put a bigger power supply in the Acer Loser Nitro Suckface so you can run something better than a 4060. Mind you, the 4060 is doing its job well. I don't really feel the need to upgrade it for what the games I play, but I'm wondering at times if it is starving for more power. Phil 2200 says, get rid of the boat. You ever used it, and I don't think you will. Well, here's the thing, right? I am contemplating on selling the boat next year. Selling it now is kind of stupid. Nobody's looking to buy a boat this time of year, and if they are, they're looking for a cheap deal. Like they want to pick it up for like chicken scratch. But if I go ahead and sell it in the spring, I might be able to get hopefully what I paid for it back. Do I plan on using it? I don't know. Does owning it cost me any money? Not really. Keeping it or getting rid of it doesn't really matter. If I get rid of it, I'm still going to keep the tent garage. I'm just going to move it to the backyard and use it for storage of things that I don't really need all the time, and that way there frees up more space in the garage. But yeah, I don't know. I might sell it next year. I might keep it. You never know. Eran W says, you mentioned PVC and ABS pipe. ABS is a little more expensive, but it's more impact resistant. It's actually, I use PVC pipe, not ABS. I have a bad tendency of like using the wrong terms from time to time. It happens. Krusty 1971 says, that's funny, people think you are blaming the dog for your fart. Anybody that's been around you for a while would know you blast loud and proud. Yeah, I got a whole series on it. If anything, I could see you taking credit for the dog's fart. Actually, when Oreo used to fart, only a couple times it was audible. A lot of the times it was just like it just fell out. But he knew he farted because he would just stare at me and wait for my reaction. Tell it was my dog, right? Justin 4N6 says, pick my comment. Okay, some of the larger channels don't even interact with their audience in the comments any. Yeah, that's a given. That's why a lot of the times, like when I'm watching bigger YouTubers, like people who aren't starting off, people who are established, I won't even bother leaving a comment. I usually watch it on my television. To leave a comment on there, you go over, you click on comments, add comment, it sends a thing to your cell phone. Then you got to go on your phone and type in the comment. The only channels I comment on lately are like new starting channels that are just starting up, because there's a higher chance that you might get a dialogue going with them. But other than that, commenting, I don't even bother. Even doing a like on the TV through Chrome is a pain in the ass. So it's like on the bigger channels, I don't even bother. On the smaller channels, yeah, I'll take the effort. Go ahead and do that. Warren 6815 says, are you still in touch with Adrian? Some of your videos together were absolutely hilarious. My stomach would hurt from laughing so much. Do you remember that Christmas video when Adrian and I went to Walmart back when they were open 24/7? We went there like 2 o'clock in the morning to buy like Christmas presents for our girlfriends at the time. We literally left the store with nothing, but we managed to make a video out of being idiots in Walmart. Pretty sure we're the reason that Walmart is not open 24/7. And still in touch with them? Yeah, we chat from time to time. Don't really hang out very much, but we chat from time to time. I bump into them every once in a while too. Jessica S 2379 says, yeah, samosas are good. We have an Indian food store in my area and we get 2 dozen and they are awesome. Oh my God. 2 dozen. Either you have a lot of people to feed or you guys really like them or they're really small. The ones we get from Marigold are like, I eat 2 of them and I'm done. Just 2 of them. They're like freaking massive footballs. Like they're nuts. And like halfway through the second one and I'm sitting there grasping at my gut. And then the problem is I can't digest potatoes right. So if I eat potatoes like French fries or samosas or mashed potatoes and that, half an hour to an hour after, I am a fart machine gun. So you add the spices to these samosas and whatever else they put in there. And my goodness, just don't be near me because I'm a toxic waste dump. Trims Vareed, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Trims Vareed says it's $9. I'm crying. Are you that poor or something? Okay, what he's referring to is I made a short talking about the Black Friday sales and how they're shit. Because the same deals that were out, minus there's certain deals that didn't happen. Well, they did happen throughout the year, but just not as much as often. The deal that did happen a lot throughout the year was for this Canon R50 mirrorless camera. And I was really interested in it. Like, okay, well, a lot of YouTubers are using DSLR cameras. And one of the guys I watch, Marlon Bates, he recently replaced his one camera that he broke while fishing with the R8, which is like the better version of the R50. The R50 is your second level in. The R100 is like the lowest you can go. The R100 is comparable to my old T5i, but he bought the R8 and I saw the quality on it going, wow, that's good. So I compared the R8 to the R50 and was like, okay, so the R8 just has a few more features than the R50. Like it can do 4K 60, it can do a bunch of other neat stuff. But what it couldn't do was be cheap and affordable. So the R50, however, every once in a while came on sale for $8.99. So when I said on the short $8.99, Trims Vareed thought I meant $8.99. No, that's $899.99. So yeah, there was a bit of a mishap with the communications, the way the short was like, because the short will actually dictate what I say, put little words in the bottom of the screen, where I guess it screwed up and thought I said $8.99 and it just put $8.99 instead of saying $899 because the short didn't read right. Krusty 1971 says your power station could probably run your furnace fan for a short term if it's scheduled power outage or if they expect it to be back on within a couple hours. If it's out for a couple days, then you would definitely need a generator. Even a small generator could be used to recharge your power station. Yeah, that's definitely the thing. Like if the power was just out for a couple hours, I wouldn't even care. But if the power was out for a long duration, I'd probably end up throwing the solar generator down there. And then, I don't know, maybe put the gas generator at the front door and run a line into the house to charge the solar and go that route. Because obviously you're not going to run a generator in your house, right? Because like asphyxiation and stuff, unless you're into that. Hey, I don't judge. Kawasaki KX8093 says, I'd love to see Skaven's games back. Used to watch it daily and I miss it. I uploaded 2 videos of Skaven games and I'm pretty sure that channel is swamped. Mind you, I didn't put as much effort into editing because I just didn't care. But I uploaded 2 videos. They got like brand new channel views, you know, when you upload your first video and it gets 10 views and you're hyped. Yeah, that's how those videos did. So I was like, do I really care? Do I really care? Because I could just keep everything on one channel. I don't really feel like editing gameplay video. I got enough shit to edit already. So that's why I do the live streams on here, and I do the shorts on here and the videos on here and all that fun stuff. Robert Centric says, I just started playing Fallout 4 recently. I've owned it for quite a while. Hey, me too. I can't believe it counts as retro now when you bring it up to anyone under 40. Are there any games you've wanted to play but never got around to playing it? Play that. You know what's funny is Fallout 4 is a game that I bought when it first came out, and I never touched it. I didn't even fire it up the day I got it. And I don't know why, because I loved Fallout 3. Fallout 3 and Fallout 3 New Vegas were like the jam. This microphone is on, right? But yeah, Fallout 3 and Fallout 3 New Vegas were great. Fallout 2 was a different version of Fallout. It was like a top view, and then you went into these weird battles. It was different. But Fallout 4 is a game I haven't even touched, and apparently there's a lot of cool shit you can do in there, like build your base and recruit people and all sorts of fun stuff. And I can play it on VR, which is something I've recently started doing. Was finally got my damn D-Link Air Bridge to work on the Acer Loser Nitro Suckface. So I've been playing some PC Steam VR games on my Quest 2, and it's been kind of fun. Pedro Gabe 334 says 010 fart. Okay, I talked about this before in the past on a video, that there was somebody on my channel that every time I farted in a video, they'd be on there and they would time mark it in the comments. Guys, between Pedro Gabe and there's a few others, I have every fart in every video timestamp. It's like they went through 3,000 videos to see when I shit my pants, just so they could timestamp it. And I appreciate that, because that, my friend, is called views. When they're on the hunt for farts, they're watching the video, waiting for that 1, maybe 4 seconds, depending on how many potatoes I had, potentially 10 seconds, where I just unleash fury in the form of gas. I appreciate it. Once again, Pedro Gabe, see what I mean? Farts, 1334. Like, that was 3 days ago. 3 days ago. It's like I should just start farting on purpose in videos just to give them something to look forward to. Kyle Davis 514 says, to be honest, Adam, the Flyer Day 2.0 you did the other day was actually nice. I enjoyed it. Brought back good memories of the original Flyer Day. I'd say keep doing Flyer Day the way you did it in that video. There's a helicopter flying by the house. We're not under attack. We're fine. To me, it's still the same content. I enjoy it regardless. Also, I enjoy the truck vlogs you've been doing. Reminds me of like everyday truck/car vlogs you did during Vlogging Life. The problem with doing Flyer Day like that again is the Flyer Days, like comparing prices from the past to the present, there's not really much to compare, because if you remember every Flyer Day, a lot of the stuff I talked about was pretty damn redundant, because the same shit always goes on sale. Which is why I don't believe in Black Friday, or, as we have up here in Canada, Boxing Day. Not sure if you guys do that in the US, where the day after Christmas, everything gets super cheap for the week, and then you can go buy stuff you don't need for a really good price. But we have that up here in Canada. From the 26th to the 31st, they have the Boxing Week sales, where everything becomes like super cheap like it does on Black Friday. I say super cheap, but everything goes on sale until the new year. And it's like, it's always the same bullshit. Big screen TVs and tablets. Like, who cares? 2CV Bloke says, I remember there was one game night where after GTA session, I think more than likely after a GTA session, I think that's all we ever played was GTA. I went out to the shed afterwards to do some videos of my own. Still mildly drunk from the squeaky cork times. Oh my God, there's a story there. I probably woke up around midnight or something and had plenty of time being awake left to do stuff. So yeah, back in the day, back in like 2014, I'll say 2015, somewhere around there, we used to play Grand Theft Auto every night. For me, it was around midnight. For Church, it was around 11 o'clock. For Stuffs, I want to say it was probably around 10 o'clock, maybe 10-9. I can't remember how many hours behind he is on me. Pretty sure he's behind 2 hours, I'm thinking, maybe 3. And then for 2CV Bloke, it was like freaking 5 in the morning or some nonsense. And we would play Grand Theft Auto. We would just get into a lobby, either do some racing or do the other people. Sorry, I should mention the other people that were in Grand Theft Auto streams. They were in the same time zone as me, like 88 Music Rocks and Tractor Head. They were in the exact same time zone as me, so we were pretty much, it was midnight for us. But yeah, like we would get together and play Grand Theft Auto and do racing, and we drink. We drink if it was the weekend. I never drank during the week when we live streamed. Drinking for me was something you do at the end of the week to celebrate making it into the end of the week without, you know, losing your mind. But 2CV bloke would buy, I can't even remember what the heck it was. It was some sort of a whiskey, and it had an actual cork on it. And all of a sudden you'd be just chatting the stream, and all you hear is whoop, like the sound of a cork coming out of a bottle. And and then he'd cork it up again, and we start playing, and you just hear that cork go, cork go. The one night, I swear, he killed the entire bottle because that cork was popping every 5 minutes. I can't do hard liquor like that. I can't. I tried doing a shot of Jack Daniels, bad time. Shot of vodka, bad times. I am not a fan of straight shooting hard liquor. I prefer mixed, or just give me beer. Good enough. Yeah, I remember those nights, but yeah, and then going out to the shed to make some videos while you're still 3 sheets to the wind. Fun times. Justin4N6 says, I made a few of those camera mounts using a clamp from the hardware store. Probably got the idea from you. Interesting how everything was DIY camera mounts for a few years ago. Now prices have come down. It's almost not worth DIY most of the time. I'd say that, but honestly, GoPro never made the one accessory I've always wanted, so I had to make it myself. Basically, what I made was a tripod adapter to GoPro clamp, 3D printed. It's a 2-piece base because inside of here I have a 1/4 inch nut so that you can take the adapter for a tripod. And the reason why I wanted this is that way there I can screw this here onto the tripod, attach my GoPro, but then if I want to take my GoPro off, instead of vlogging with this, if I want to take the GoPro off and stick it on a chest mount, I don't need to unscrew this and then take this off and then screw it onto the chest mount and go from there. I literally just pinch, pull, stick it on the chest mount. We're off to the races. Or take it off of there, stick it on the dash of the truck. We're now doing a rolling vlog. Or take it off of there, stick it on my hat because I have a hat with one on it. And then now I have head cam. You know, they never made that attachment. I looked everywhere for it, so I had to build my own. And it works fine. I didn't build it quite right because it's a little bit high, so the tolerances aren't there, and the camera does wiggle. Like the mount, when it clips in, it does wiggle a bit. So that's no bueno, but all in all, it's pretty dope. And it's something GoPro never made, and I'm pretty sure there might accidentally be a market for that. Bulldog Badger says, man, I just found out that Felix didn't talk. Oh, I'm sorry, bud. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to blow his cover, but yeah, back in the talking days, that was the best. Dad comes over to give me a hand with something, and then Felix is sitting on the freezer, and he looks at him, he's like, hey. Felix is just giving him that look of, sup? He's like, aren't you talking to me? Felix, mah, mah, mah. It's just, okay, because that's all he could do for meows. Felix couldn't meow. He also had a broken tail, which is why in every video from back in like Vlogging Life year 1 to year 3, when you saw Felix, his tail went up and then curled like a question mark. Because his tail was broken like when we first got him. Something happened to him that his tail just couldn't go straight up in the air. It always curved. And his meower was broken. He could not meow. He could only go meh, meh, meh. He never let out like a Scamper's full-size meow. He would be like meh, 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 meh. And he was always like that. Just broken. Justin4N6 says, have you looked at the Sony Vlog Series cameras? There's a Vlog Series camera from Sony? What the hell does that look like? The only Sony Vlog camera I can see is the ZV-1F, content creators for vloggers. That must be the one you're talking about. It literally looks like a point and shoot. Mind you, it's a pretty good price. But honestly, I can just use my cell phone. And I'm pretty sure this one has a fixed lens too. But no, I never looked at those. Didn't know that was a thing. I was, however, looking at a couple, like I said, the Canon R50, and Sony had a version of it as well. A fixed lens camera with no zoom. I don't know. Sometimes I like to use zoom. Sometimes you can't walk up to the subject you're trying to zoom in on. And you need that pinch or that, sound effects are free. Alexei Nicholas Jelenis N9I says, I understand now. Okay, but now I'm confused. Why did I get this comment? Justin 4N6. Wow. Justin N46? No, Justin 4N6 says, could get the 18-volt Ryobi inflator for your tires and use the compressor for bigger stuff. That's what I do. I don't like pulling out the hose just to do a tire or two. And same mentality, treat your buddies right when they help you out. That's probably what I'm going to do if our home repo would ever stock them again. I saw the tire inflator. I really liked it. Slam an 18-volt battery into it. You can do like 10 tires before the damn thing's toast. But our Home Depot hasn't had it in stock. Like, I lucked out when I went and got that skill saw and jigsaw combination. There was one left, and it was like in the wrong spot. And I went to where they were, and it was all sold out. And I'm like, come on! Like, I don't want to buy the skill saw alone, because like the deal was $199 for the skill saw and jigsaw, or sorry, $179 for the skill saw jigsaw combo, I believe it was, or it was like freaking $129 a tool. So why just buy? All I wanted was a skill saw. I could care less about the jigsaw for now. It'd probably come in handy later on. I'll find a use for it, but for now I didn't need it. I just wanted that battery operated skill saw. So then I was walking around and I just kind of caught it in the corner of my eye and went, there it is, I need that. I grabbed it. But the 18-volt tire inflator is something I definitely want if they'd ever stock it. Now I could always go on Amazon and buy it, but I find the prices at Home Depot actually beat Amazon. Like the Ryobi vacuum I bought was on sale for what? Friggin' $149? And that same vacuum, for some reason, exact same model, exact same everything on Amazon, is $299. But it's on an option buy because Ryobi came up with a whole new line of vacuums that replaced that lineup, which apparently work a lot better. But I find that vacuum works fine. It's great. It's no Dyson, but I didn't pay Dyson money for it, so I'm okay with that. Sherwood Tyler 77 says, check the power cord screws right on top next to the breaker button. One of them may have come loose from vibrations and arced, causing the breaker to trip. This is on the air compressor video where I got it working again. And no, I that was the first thing I did. That's why I unplugged it. I made sure that everything was good. There was no shorts. Everything was tight. There was no shorts. There was no corrosion. It was all good. Just needed a quick little reset. And it got it. It's working fine now. I'm able to use that compressor again. It does the job. Hemi Country Boy says, this is a brilliant idea. Show what has happened to us. What he's referring to is the Flyer Day. I guess people are labeling it Flyer Day 2.0, where I compared the prices today to the prices 10 years ago. And yeah, it shows that shit's gotten more expensive, but have wages gotten better, And that's the thing, is it's coming to a point where wages are going up, but not as fast as things are costing. So people either A, have to stop frivolous spending, don't go out and buy that new phone every year if your old phone is fine. Don't go out and buy a 65-inch TV just because it's 5 inches bigger than your 60-inch TV. Stop buying a new car every 3 years. Don't go out and just burn money on junk that you don't need. Be happy with what you got and survive, literally. Because in life, all you need is water, shelter, food. And the shelter is part of warmth. So you need 4 things to survive. You need to stay warm, not too warm. You need to keep your body temperature at a comfortable temperature. You need to keep your body fueled. You need to keep hydrated. And you need to stay out of the elements. Anything beyond that is a luxury. It's pretty bad when we've gone from an economy where people were able to go out, like there was lineups at the Apple store when they released their new iPhone. That doesn't happen anymore because nobody can afford it. Nobody cares. You know, there was lineups. I remember the one year for Best Buy for Boxing Day. I went with my ex-girlfriend and the lineup was like starting from Best Buy all the way the hell down the end of the corridor of the mall. And I filmed that. I'm pretty sure I brought my camera and filmed Boxing Day at Best Buy. And it was brutal. It was a huge lineup. And we got there, like she had to be there for 5 a.m. So I went in with her. They didn't open the doors till 7. So I'm waiting in line for 2 hours until the freaking doors opened. We can go in and shop. And it was pandemonium in there. It was brutal. Phil 2200 says, are you back on the vape? Yes. Not as much as or as bad as before. I'm no cloud chaser. I'm not trying to blow these great big room fogging clouds. I just use a simple pod system, gets the job done. But yes, I am back on the vape. Do I plan on quitting? Sooner than later, because they just upped the price on vape. Now like a 60 ml bottle. I remember when these 60 ml bottles of vape juice were like 30 bucks. Now they're $58 because of the excise tax the government put on them. It's freaking brutal. Jessica S2379 says, saw alcohol at Costco and just shook my head. It's the new normal now. Yeah, Ontario literally became Quebec. You can go to, I've been to gas stations where they had beer. I've been to corner stores where they had beer. I've been to grocery stores where they had beer. Where did I recently see beer? Canadian Tire had beer. I'm like, what the hell? Why do you guys need to sell beer? Like, you're like does Home Hardware sell beer? Does freaking Home Depot have a beer cooler now too? Like, what's really going on? Why is alcohol so readily available, yet I can't find a damn doctor? TUW Pat says, greetings from the US. Greetings from Canada. And guys, that is all I have for commenting on comments this week. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, down below they go, or in the next upcoming videos they go, because I plan on doing this for every Sunday to have a video that comes out before the week starts, commenting on your comments that you commented on my video. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Until next time, peace the freight out. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.